Well, that'll be when I get the chance to meet with legislative council members, it of course will be a dialogue, so they'll have things that they want to talk about. What I will want to discuss with them is ways that we can work together, the United States and Hong Kong, to build an even stronger relationship and answer some of these challenges that I mentioned in my address. I think that certainly in the economic sphere, in cultural exchange, in even the entertainment industry and technology, there's a lot that the United States and Hong Kong can do working together to strengthen both of our economies and societies. So I really look forward to talking to them about those things.
But what if they are going to ask you to support Hong Kong independence? Will you support them?
Well, the U.S. view on this, I think, is crystal clear. The United States recognizes that Hong Kong is part of China. We also very much value the high degree of autonomy that Hong Kong enjoys under the one country, two systems construct. And as I mentioned in my speech, we believe that is a very successful formula and one that needs to be maintained going forward.
And have you met the chief executive, Mr. Leung, and do you think that his leadership will affect you as Hong Kong relationship? Because it seems that there are too many business leaders in Hong Kong that too don't like him.
I haven't had a chance to meet the chief executive yet, and so I don't have any comment, but I'm looking forward to seeing him and working with really everyone in the SAR government on the issues that I described.
Mr. Tong.
What type of systems is not that successful now because of classic incidents like the Causeway Bay bookstore incident and also the disqualification of 6 legislative candidates. So how do you think about these allegations? And also, just now you mentioned about TPP. Do you think Hong Kong should join the TPP pact? And since this is viewed by somebody that it is a political instead of an economic measure, do you believe there will be some backlash from Beijing because of that?
Like all good journalists, you've asked 2 questions. What was your first one?
Somebody say the one country, two systems is not.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think it's highly successful, and I think I explained why I believe that in my address. Like all valuable things, it needs to be cherished and protected and maintained. And so I think that's the effort that the United States hopes to support going forward. Again, talking to everyone in Hong Kong about that, but also in conversations with China. On the question of TPP, it's not currently an agreement yet. We negotiated it among 12 partners. It's a superb document which really will accomplish a lot in terms of strengthening our economies and increasing opportunity in the Asia Pacific. Once it is completed and the 12 parties have confirmed it through their legislative processes, then it could be open to additional partners. But that's a bit down the road, and so right now in the United States what we're mostly focused on in the administration is working with Congress to have it approved.
Mr. Tong, I also have 2 questions. The first one is,
Do I need to take notes?
Well, the first one is, what do you make of the unresolved nature of the bookseller case in Hong Kong? Do you think this might affect international confidence, especially business confidence in Hong Kong? Second question I have is, a lot of people, members of the public, including academics, have been expressing also concern that Beijing is encroaching, its control over Hong Kong, and some people are actually worried this will eventually erode Hong Kong's rule of law. What is your take on that?
The bookseller case is something, the United States government has expressed concern about that, as you know, and it's something that deserves careful attention. More broadly, as you referred to, the whole question of Hong Kong's autonomy and the rule of law is absolutely important, as I mentioned in my address. I think that the international community, including the business community, sees Hong Kong as very much a place where the rule of law prevails, where judicial independence creates an opportunity for proper review of legal cases. And so I think that's something that just needs to be maintained.
That's
Hong Kong is stronger now than it was at the time of 1997.
You're asking someone who's only been here a month that question, so I really don't have any way to answer that.
I'm just going to come back to the rule of law question too. In your discussions with any businesses here in Hong Kong, have they expressed any concern about the rule of law and any erosion of the rule of law in their own dealings that they've brought to the consul to discuss?
I've heard a lot of voices, largely many of them reported by you all in the media, expressing a variety of concerns. But again, I think that this is something that requires communication and positive thinking, and that with real effort that the high degree of autonomy which characterizes a Hong Kong success story can be maintained. Maybe one more.
Council General.
Mr. Tong, sorry, I want to ask that you mentioned about the turnout rate in Hong Kong in the last legislature election was quite high. I'm sure you have noticed that some young people have joined the new legislation. So would you like to talk about your confidence in Hong Kong's economy? In that case, would you see more disruption and also in Hong Kong's policies being implemented?
Mm-hmm. Well, as I said, I look forward to meeting all the members of the Legislative Council, regardless of their political views and also regardless of their age. I think that every legislature has turnover. New people get brought in, and so it's an important responsibility once someone is elected to a legislature, and I believe that everyone will take those responsibilities seriously and do a good job. And I look forward to talking to them.
Council General, do you
thank you all for
support
this
do you support
opportunity.
any competition in
Thanks-
the coming
thanks very much.
CE election?
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. I think.
You know, it's not very good yet. Can give me a few more weeks, and then I'll say something. All right.